What's going on, YouTube Nation? Welcome back to the Sergeant Double J channel. I'm your man, Sergeant Jaymaxx, and with me as always is Sergeant Jernome. What's going on, Sergeant? How you doing today? So today, guys, I'm really excited to talk to you, to tell you a little bit about the journey that I took in turning my P365 XMACRO California compliant version into what I would consider to be the best version of that gun that you could put together. I know that there's a bunch of videos out there that talk about adding this, adding that, doing this, doing that. Some of the more popular upgrades are adding in the Radian ramjet and afterburner setup. And you know, if you don't have the compensated version, the XMACRO comp, that setup probably works pretty good for a lot of people. But I bought the XMACRO comp. It was put on the California DOJ roster a couple years ago, and it was one of those pistols that I was super excited to own. And I have to tell you, when I first bought it, I wasn't really that surprised or impressed. In the military, we shot the Sig Sauer M18, M17, M18, one of those. And for it being a full-size handgun, the recoil was okay. I mean, it was manageable. It was a good gun. Don't get me wrong. Sig Sauer is a great brand. They make some awesome pistols. The awesome thing about the P365, as a lot of you know, is that it's very modular. So you could take out the FCU, you could put it in a different grip module, you could change the slide, you could change the barrel, you can upgrade the trigger. Now in California, we do have to have certain features like the magazine safety disconnect. Sometimes our pistols either have a manual safety or they don't, which is weird. And then we also have to have the loaded chamber indicator, usually located at the top of the pistol. Anyway, guys, so when I bought the 365, as I mentioned before, it shot okay. You know, all the videos that I saw around it, you know, a lot of people liked it, and don't get me wrong, I liked it too. But anyway, I didn't realize how much I liked it until I made this last and hopefully final upgrade, because you know, any changes that you make to your pistol, when you start talking about grip modules, when you start talking about compensated barrels and slides, you know, that stuff gets kind of expensive. Even changing out the trigger can be expensive. But anyway, guys, like I said, after I made this last upgrade to the P365 XMACRO comp, I think I turned it into the ultimate P365 XMACRO. And today, here she is. So, just so you guys know, we are clear. There's nothing in the chamber. Yes, I have a magazine in here, but it is for the purpose of this video. But again, we're clear, no bullet, no magazine. So this is Serena, and after all the accessories that I added to her, I went through probably one other grip module before I got to the Icarus Precision Ace metal frame. Now, of course, you guys know what it looks like when it comes out the box. You know, it's got the polymer frame, it's got the removable back straps, it's got, you know, the nice stippling that a lot of people compliment. And what I did to Serena here before I put this frame on was I actually removed the safety. I upgraded the trigger to the IntelliFire trigger here by Tyrant CNC, and I figured if I have a safety on my trigger, I don't need a manual safety that I got to worry about manipulating if I have to draw my pistol in a self-defense or home defense type situation. So I went ahead and removed the safety. I did add the TLR7 X sub. Now, for the Sig Sauer, they do make a Sig Sauer version, but this is the one that you need with the 1913 rail. And so I made the mistake of buying the Sig Sauer version originally, and yeah, it just didn't work. It didn't fit. I couldn't get it to um, sit right on the Picatinny rail here. And I think in my efforts to make it fit, I actually messed up the screw or the little tab here. So I had to send it back to Streamlight. They went ahead and put the 1913 rail on it for me and sent it back. I explained to them what happened, what gun I was using it for. And so, yeah, don't make the same mistake I did, guys. But anyway, yeah, I put the Streamlight TLR 7X sub, and then I went with the HoloSun 407K red dot. Now, the reason why I chose this red dot is because, as you can see, the profile of this gun is very slim, and I didn't want to put an optic on here where there was going to be a lot of overhang on the sides. And you can see here that, you know, it doesn't hang over too much and it fits on there really well. Now, recently, I talked about Honey, which is my Hellcat Pro, and when I bought that pistol, you know, it came with the gear up package, so it came with the optic already, and it was a green dot. And over the course of time, I really got acclimated to shooting the green dot. I did shoot Honey a little bit more because she was going to be on my EDC list of pistols. Serena's on there too, but again, the reason why I wouldn't want to carry this gun is it's a very expensive gun. I spent, you know, probably over $900 after tax on this gun. And you know what's going to happen if you have to use your pistol in a defensive situation. The police are going to take it away from you. And I do not want to have to give up a $900 gun to the police for however long until they either decide whether or not they're going to give it back to me or I'm not going to get it back. So I don't want to take the chance on losing this one. So that's why I have my Hellcat Pro. That's going to be the gun that I carry predominantly. But the reason why I started carrying Serena these last few days is because when you add the metal frame, it does add a little bit of extra weight to the gun. And then of course, when you have a full magazine, the magazine's not floated, but when you have a full magazine, that also adds additional weight to the gun. So I wanted to carry it around just to see what the weight difference was like, if it was manageable or not. And you know, yeah, there's a bit of a weight difference, but guys, when you put this metal frame on your P365, whatever version you have, you're gonna notice a significant difference in the way that it shoots. I mean, the recoil is almost non-existent, you know. And I'll post a clip of me shooting Serena in her original configuration. I'll post another clip of me shooting Serena after I added the Wilson Combat Grip Module. And then I'll post a clip of me shooting Serena in this final ultimate build with the Icarus Precision Ace metal frame. And just to give you guys a little background, again, the reason why I went with this frame, I mean, if you can see, it's got the mag weld already on it. It's got this nice stippling everywhere. The only thing about this frame, you can't change out the back strap, but I mean, you know, that's not an issue. And the other thing about this pistol frame, comes with these little tabs on each side for you to rest your thumb on. So as you can see, you know, it's got this nice little thumb rest, and it helps you with recoil management. So when I went with the Wilson Combat Grip Module, a lot of the reason why I went with that one is because A, I removed the safety, and SIG, at least to my knowledge, doesn't make any plugs that you can buy so that you could keep your same frame and plug up the safety hole. And I didn't want to have my gun looking like it had a couple holes in the side like you can with the Smith & Wesson M&P9 that I have. I removed the safety on that one. You can buy the little plugs and you can go about your day once you get those installed, and it doesn't look like you had a safety on there at all. But with the Sig Sauer, you couldn't do that. So I went ahead and bought the Wilson Combat Grip Module, and of course it's a polymer frame, so it really didn't enhance the shooting experience so much. It just gave me a little bit more stippling than the actual P365 as it came out of the box. And it really pretty much shot the same. I mean, I wasn't any more impressed with the gun with the Wilson Combat Grip Module than I was with the original frame that it came with out of the box. And so at the same time I was looking for the Wilson Combat Grip Module, I came across, or I saw that they had this particular frame, but at the time it was like super expensive. I want to say it was like $350, $399, and then it was out of stock. So unfortunately, even if I had the money at the time, I couldn't have bought it. And so after waiting for a couple of months, I started looking again, and just as I was about to pull the trigger and buy the metal frame, I happened to be at the Sportsman Warehouse. I was buying some ammo one day, and tell you the story real quick. The guy that was selling the ammo behind the counter was telling me about his XMACRO and how he had bought 2 of these frames, and he was trying to figure out which one he was going to keep for his gun and what he was going to do with the other one. So long story short, I got his information. He did have somebody else that was going to buy the frame, but they decided not to, so he hit me up, we struck a deal, and I bought the frame. And guys, I gotta tell you, if you have a P365 XMACRO and you want it to shoot super flat, flatter than it does out of the box, you need to put this frame on your pistol, okay? It's got this nice beaver tail right here, so you get a really good purchase on the grip. And as you can see, my hands, they're not that big, but it still fits. And then the mag well is real nice. I do still have the loaded chamber indicator on here that I'm thinking about deleting. There is a delete plug that you can buy for it. I don't remember where I saw it. I don't remember if I saw it on the SIG guy. For those of you that know, the SIG guy does a lot of videos regarding SIG Sauer pistols, upgrades, changes, things that you could do to make your SIG pistol, whichever one you have, a lot better. But as you can see with the magazine inserted, not too much hanging out of the bottom, and I like that too. Now, the only thing about this pistol for you guys that carry appendix, this stippling right here is very aggressive, and it's not going to wear down over time, guys. So that's probably not going to feel too comfortable all day against your skin. But for me, you guys know, if you've seen any of my videos, I carry a chest rig. This is where I keep all of my pistol action. So I've got my holster velcroed in here. It's a We the People Kydex holster, and slides in, and I can zip it up, and no problem for me carrying it around. Doesn't rub on my skin, doesn't irritate my skin. And again, it does have a little bit of weight to it, but you can adjust the straps if you wear a chest pack or fanny pack, whatever the case may be, to make it manageable. And then you should always be practicing your draws. So, you know, again, the Icarus Precision Ace metal frame, I believe, and it comes in a few different colors, but I believe this is the best upgrade you can make to this pistol. And trust me, guys, it'll make it shoot 10 times better than it does out of the box. And again, I'll post clips, you know, throughout the video here of me shooting Serena in each one of her configurations, from straight out the box to the Wilson Combat Grip Module, and then to this final configuration here. And I mean, you guys will be able to see how much the recoil is mitigated once I added this frame here. But yeah, guys, I'm telling you right now, if you have a P365 and you're looking for it to be the best, or shoot the best, or better, way better than it did when it comes out the box, go ahead and put the Icarus frame, metal frame. And then also, don't forget, guys, I always change out the back straps. Maker Shot made this one again. This is the Punisher back plate. So, excuse me. Yeah, guys, I can't tell you how much better this gun shoots. I mean, there's plenty of videos out there, but until you do it yourself, until you feel it yourself, you're not gonna know. And I mean, this gun right now, Serena, if it wasn't for the fact that she was as expensive as she is, I would probably carry her every day. But yeah, guys, this is my P365 XMACRO Comp California version with the Icarus Precision Ace metal frame. And I'm telling you right now, this is probably the best version of this gun that you could do. But Sergeant Jerome, what you think about how she's looking now? Clean, right? Sexy in black? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, yeah, guys, like I said, practice your draws, practice your training, get out to the range. You know, usually with a comped pistol, it's recommended that you shoot anywhere from 124 to 147 grain ammunition. So just kind of keep that in mind if you buy, or if you're planning to buy a comped pistol, or even if you upgrade your pistol from its original configuration to adding a compensator or a comped or ported barrel and a comped slide. Just kind of keep that in mind. You're going to get optimum performance with the ammunition that you choose. Always train, always stay ready, and always stay proficient. But that's all we got for you guys today. Sergeant Jernome, you got anything else for everybody? Just a salute? All right, man. Well, once again, guys, don't forget to give us a comment, like, and subscribe. Thumbs up on the video. I'm your man, Sergeant Jaymaxx. That's Sergeant Jernome. May God bless America. May God bless all of you. And we out.